Trying to figure out a place to set this mic. As y'all know, I don't really have the best setup. You know, I'm always on the road. I'm always trucking, doing something, right? But today we're going to be looking at NQ futures, and we're going to be doing a breakdown on today's price action, so I can show you guys how I was able to make almost $1,200 on my funded account, and I was able to process a $918 withdrawal, right? So let's get straight into it, you guys. First thing I'm going to do is take y'all to the hourly. First thing I'm going to do is take y'all to the hourly chart. We're going to put a horizontal line on our 9:30 candle. All right, 9:30 candle. I'm sorry, we're going to put a vertical line on our 9 a.m. candle because we're on the hourly, so I can't pull up. Let's just put it on 8, right? 8 a.m., right? So I'm going to the hourly time frame because this is the time frame that I was watching when the market first opened up, you guys. I started off looking at this little bit of a well, actually, yeah, it was this right here. I started off, no, I'm sorry, it was actually this order block right here. This is what I first started to look at when the market was open. It was these 3 order blocks. Well, I'm sorry, this is one order block, but it's these 3 red candles that make an order block, right? So let me zoom in for this on this right here. All right, and then I want to zoom right back out real fast. So for liquidity, I was looking at we have to go to the daily for y'all to see the liquidity that I was looking at. So I was looking at this right here. Let's take this vertical line. I was looking at these 2 previous days highs, right? So this line right here was down. Oh, you know what? Let's just delete this for now. So I had a blue line right here on top of this daily candle right here as well. So this is the liquidity that I was looking for. And I wasn't really able to find any liquidity on the sell side other than it was like, you know, just on the smaller time frames, it was like some equal lows up in here that the price eventually did come down here and take out. So initially when the market opened, you guys, this is what I was looking for right here. This is actually what I did. I'm going to just go through every trade idea that I had. So when the market opened and it started to, as you guys can see on this 1 hour candle right here, it already started to come into this order block. I was anticipating for it to move a little bit lower, but I was also kind of hoping that it wasn't going to move too low. So I took like a buy maybe right here in the middle. I took like another one down here, and I took another one down here. And my stop loss was just pretty much right down here at these, you know, lows down here, right? That's where my stop loss was at because I didn't really want to see the market go back down here just yet. And the reason why is because on Friday during NFP, we had a 8:30 breakaway gap candle, right? On a 1 minute. That's just big old box right here. It's on a 1 minute candle. To find what I'm talking about, all you have to do is go to the 1 minute time frame and go to the 8:30 candle that happened on Friday, and you will see exactly what I'm talking about, right? So we had a breakaway gap, and as long as the market stay above the midpoint of this breakaway gap, I'm going to be looking for primarily bullish price action, right? So you guys can see right here, we're on the hourly still. Price have came into this breakaway gap, but not even one body have closed into this breakaway gap yet, right? So with that being said, I was looking to take buys, right? We had liquidity up here, and then we had a little 30-minute fair value gap up here. I can show you guys that on the 30-minute time frame, what that looks like, right? This little gap right up in here, this was the 30-minute gap. For those of you who don't know what a fair value gap is, it's a 3 candle pattern, and this is what it looks like right here. So we had liquidity up there, we had the 30-minute gap. So I was looking for a price to go up there essentially, right? That's what I was looking for. Now what ended up happening was I took 3 entries. I was risking maybe about $800 to make about $3,600. So my risk to reward was actually really good. But because, you know, I'm on a prop account and everything else, I like to try to protect my trades. So what ended up happening was, you know, after we had this long spike down, price eventually popped back up, right? So I'm going to drop it to the 1 minute because I want to show you guys the actual price action so y'all can see exactly what I was looking at, right? So this was this little, you know, movement down into the 1 hour order block. And so right here you guys can see when the price was coming down, you know, it was making order blocks right here in the 1 minute time frame. Made an order block right here, came up to retest, kept going down. Made an order block, came up to retest, came back down again, right? So by now, I was in maybe like one entry right here, one entry here, and like another entry here, right? So once this last one happened, my stop loss was like literally right here. So I was a bit nervous. I'm not going to lie. I was in some down draw. And then eventually price reversed, right? So when you see price reverse and start disrespecting these PD arrays, you know, whether it's on a 1 minute or pretty much any time frame, that's a sign that the market is reversing, right? Then I had the first presented fair value gap down here in this little red box right here, right? So the price started to come back up. We had a little high up here, and what I didn't like was the fact that once we got to this little high, it started to be a little bit choppy, right? So this is where I got faked out of my trade, and I ended up taking a loss on a position that should have been profitable, and I was down like 600 on the day, right? And then I ended up revenge trading like somewhere in here. I ended up revenge trading, and I tried to just get right back in the trade, and then I got faked out, and I ended up taking like another like $600 or $700 loss, right? And eventually the price did go exactly to where I wanted it to go for my take profit, right? So that was my first trade idea. I ended up turning a winning trade idea into a loser. And, you know, that's what happens sometimes in trading. You can't always be perfect, especially, you know, when you're doing a challenge or when you're on your funded account. You know, you might start overthinking. If you don't get the exact price action you want, right, you might start overthinking that. So after all of this happened, right, we're back on the hourly time frame, mind you. So that was on a 1 minute. That was this little run down here that I showed you guys, and it came all the way back up. So now we are in the 30-minute time frame. I took a sell from here, and then on the 5 minute, I'm going to show you guys on how it looks on a 5 minute, right? So right here, this is the 5 minute chart, right? So I was taking the sell from this 30-minute fair value gap. As you guys can see right here, I was taking the sell right here, and I was looking to first target this 5 minute fair value gap right here. So when I first took my sell, it took a little bit of time. This is the 5 minute chart, but it eventually came down, and then I got out like probably right here at the bottom right here. And I do have that trade recorded on my shorts if you guys want to go check that out. That was the well, actually no, I don't think I think I recorded it, but I don't think I posted it. But yeah, so I pretty much got back to break even on this trade, and then right here I took it again pretty much on a little bit of a retest right into this 5 minute gap right here. You know, if you use your Fibonacci tool from swing high, swing low, you guys can see right here is the gap, this yellow line. Everything below that is going to be discount. Everything above that is going to be premium. So I got back in this trade as well. And then this is the trade that made me profitable on the day right here, right? Took this, sold it off, easy peasy, lemon squeezy, right? And that's how I was able to make almost about $1,200 on my funded account and request a $918 withdrawal in just one day using FunderPro. Now let me tell you guys something about FunderPro, right? And by the way, I am an affiliate. I do have, you know, an actual honest video that I'm going to make for you guys on my actual thoughts on FunderPro. But so far, y'all, it's good. And especially for American traders, I'm going to recommend FunderPro over pretty much every futures prop firm, because futures prop firms are not giving you really any risk for real. They're not giving you pretty much nothing. They have a ton of rules. It's super hard to get a payout. Trust me, I know. I was funded with Apex, 1.5 million funded. I was funded with Top Steps, 50K funded account with Top Step. You know, it's hard with those futures account, man. Me personally, I prefer a CFD prop firm that's similar to you know, FTMO, right? And that's essentially what FunderPro is. FunderPro don't really have many rules at all, right? They got a couple rules and that's it. And you get daily payouts. So make sure y'all click that link below if y'all want to check them out, especially if you're in America and you know you can't use FTMO anymore or anything like that. They're the next best thing closest to FTMO in my opinion. So that was pretty much my trades for the day. I did see another trade that I could have took right here. The first presented fair value gap during the evening session. I made a video about first presented fair value gap, so if you guys want to watch that, make sure y'all check that out. But essentially, I was looking for, the market kept playing around this first presented, and then at the late day, it finally closed below, and I wanted to take this trade. I was waiting for a retest, and then it gave me a retest right here, and then I was looking to at least target, you know, these little lows right up in here, right? So that could have been my my last trade, but at this point, I was already done for the day. I had already had my withdrawal pending, so just wanted to end on a good note. Keep it simple, keep it light. It's a Monday, you know. Price wasn't really going too crazy today, and I just wanted to end on a good, or start on a good note. So that's the breakdown for my trades today, you guys. I hope this was informational. If y'all have any video ideas or anything that y'all want to see me make sure y'all leave a comment down below. I'm going to try my best to start putting out more content, but I want to put out stuff that's actually worth it, that actually have value. I don't want to just pump out a ton of content just to say I'm making a video. So you know, I need you guys' help doing that. You know, if you're a beginner trader, if you're experienced, whatever, if you want to learn, hey, what prop firm is the best for me, anything, just let me know, you guys, and I can make that video for you guys, because I have a ton of experience with prop firms and without prop firms as well. So appreciate y'all for watching, man. Make sure y'all drop a like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and we're going to see y'all in the next video, man. Peace out.